Hello teachers, today we are going to learn how to assign an assignment in classroom to students. Okay, I am logging into my G Suite account. In a previous video, I have explained you how to create a classroom and how to invite students using email address and how to invite students using a class code. Once you have done the invitation, okay, now let us see how to create assignments. Click on App Launcher, click on Classroom. Once you click on Classroom, you can see the class which you created. In this class, I have only one student. Okay, you can see the students here. Okay, click on here. If you want to invite students, you can invite from people. If you want to invite teachers, you can invite teachers from here, students from here. Okay, once they join the class, you can see the information here. In case if they were not joined, you can see the brackets invited. Okay, now let us go ahead with the classwork. In this classwork, okay, I have like four fields: the create, a meet, Google Calendar, class, drive, folder. Okay, let me start with the create. Okay, click on create. Okay, in this I have like assign option, quick assignment, question, material, a reuse post, and topic. Okay, now in this case we are going to create an assignment. Okay, and I'm going to explain you what are the different options you can able to see in the assignment. Okay, in this I'm clicking on assignment. Okay, now for example, i want I want to give assignment on pollution. Okay, assignment on pollution. Okay, you can give the instructions here. In case if you want the student to search in the internet, you can give the information here, like search in the internet and write the information, or etc. What is the instruction you're going to trying to give the students, you can give it there and click on add. Click on add. If you have a content in a drive, click on add. Or if you don't have any content in the drive, click on create. I'm clicking create because I don't have any content in my drive. I'm creating the content now. Okay, I'm clicking on the doc. Okay, now I'm preparing a question paper for the students. This is a document name. I'm giving pollution. Pollution assignment. I'm giving a question. I'm giving a question like list out different pollution in detail. Okay, this is my question paper. Okay, I have created my question paper. In case if you want to list some more thing, like you can give like a pollution. You can leave some space and B water pollution. See teachers, now we are creating a question paper. Okay. In such a way, in a regular method, what we are going to do, we are going to type the information or we are going to write the information in a paper and we take Xerox and we are going to give it to the students. Okay. Now we are doing the same thing in online. Okay. I'm creating a question paper here. Okay. I have completed my question paper creation now. Now I need to give these to the students in such a way how we are going to give a Xerox copy or how we are going to give each student one question paper. Okay, let us see it is online. Okay, I'm closing this. Okay, see here we have like so many options. First I want to explain these things. Students can view the file, student can edit the file, make a copy for each student. Okay, if you keep this one like student can view the file means the student can only view the file, he can't do any changes in the file. If we give student can edit the file means the students can edit the file what you kept there. Okay, in such a way if they make any changes it's going to affect in your document also. Okay, so if you give like make a copy to students, thereby these information will be given to all the students in the class as a Xerox copy, as said you like in the previous things. Okay, for example, let us try to uh, look at here. I'm like seventh class, and in case in my class I have like 20 people. In that three students are absent. Then what you can do? You can unselect those people. In this case, I have only one student, so I can't do that. But in your case, if you have like more people, 20 people, like three people are absent, okay, you can deselect the person who are absent. Okay, in such a way, if you want to give the grades, if you want to give 10 grades, you can give 10 points. If you're thinking that you should not give any grade, you can keep this also. Okay, if you want to have it due date means in such a way the student has to submit the data within a time period, then you can keep a data of this time period here like 16th I'm going to keep here within time of 8:08 a.m. Okay, I'm keeping that by 16:08 a.m. they have to submit this document. Okay, in case if you want to create any topic you can create it. Now in this case I'm creating a topic with the name pollution as a topic. These Rubiks, I'm going to create a separate video for this Rubiks, so we can go deep dive into the Rubiks content in other videos. And coming to the originality report, if you click on this originality report, means what happens is nothing but in such a way, you, if you click this option, when the students are trying to copy the information from the Google search and pasting it in the document, then by using this originality report, the Google Classroom is helping the teachers to find from where the students has been copied the information. Okay, I will be making a separate video on this originality report on how to grade marks students by reviewing their submitted document. Okay, now here I have so many options like we have a assign, schedule, save draft, discard draft. See, if I thought I'm in a process of creating assignment, but I have not yet completed completely. I have not yet completed the creation of a assignment completely. Okay, so what I can do, I can save this in a draft. If I save this in a draft, okay, it will be available under save draft. So let me show you how to see. You can see a small information like a draft. You have not submitted the information. It was in a draft. Okay. Now I will click on this edit assignment, and I will go to this assign, and I will assign, or let me tell you like for example like I want to assign this assignment to students in a next week on so and so date. In such a way, you can select the date and time. So at that date on that time, the assignment will be sent to the students. Okay, this is about the schedule. And if you click on assign, okay, it's going to assign the information immediately to the students who are available in a class. Okay, again I'm saying, see, in my classroom I have only one student, so I'm getting only one assignment. In case, in your case, if you have like, if the class has a strength of 20, you'll be having 20 assignments. Okay, for example, you want to assign these assignment to the person who is not available in a class, like the person is absent. Okay, you want to make the assignments, you want to add this assignment to the person also. Then how to do that? Means, click on these things, edit, go to edit. Okay, again, go to students, and select the person. In the previously what I said, if you have 20 students, in that 3 students are absent, you can uncheck them, so that this assignment is not going to appear for the 3 students who are absent. Okay, now you are now one person has came to the class as a latecomer. Now you have to assign the assignment to the person also. Then again, go to the edit and set the person, so that the assignment will be available for that person also. Okay, in this we have seen how to give assignment to the persons, and in this case I'm going to give a grade of like 100 marks. Okay, and saving it. Okay, this is how you're going to create an assignment. And now let us see the second option. If you click on quiz assignment, okay, you're going to create a quiz type of environment using Google Forms. I'm going to make a separate video on Google Forms. At the time, I'm going to have a deep dive in Google Form options. If you want to ask a question to students, okay, you can click on question and you can ask the question to them, so that they can comment their information. What is what is what is pollution? You're trying to ask a question to the students. You can think it's a short answer. You can ask the question immediately. The same options here we have, like, okay, you can give an option like a student can edit their answer when they submit it. Okay, student can reply to each other in such a way the students can give a comment, reply to the other students of the class also. If you want to do that, you can do that. So you can have the topic also there. You can create data, then you can ask it. You can add a document here if it's required. I'm not doing anything, I'm just asking it out, and you have added a question. And if you want to send any material to students, you can add it through the material. Okay, if you want to release the post again, for example, you have a class 7 A section. In such a way, I have another class with the B section, the same seventh class with the B section. So you can use the same assignment. You're trying to use the same assignment in the A section to be given to the B section. In such a way, you can use reuse post and you can copy this assignment from here to that class. Okay, this is how we're going to work with the assignment folder. Thank you so much.